Alright guys, this video is going to be all about this truck right here. So this is my Kraton EXB, so I'm going to talk about kind of my setup, everything I've got on it, and then my thoughts, and then we're going to put on some RPM stuff onto it later in the video. So yeah, so this is a Kraton EXB V1. Had this thing for about probably 5-ish months. So this started out as the roller kit. So it came with no electronics. So I've got, I'll show you guys. So we've got the Max 8. So this is the Max 8 G2S. This has the Bluetooth, all that stuff. And then this is the 4278, I think, motor. It's 2250 kV. So that's worked great. Just been really good. Really happy with that. Then I've got a 55 kg AGF servo in there. Kind of rubs a little bit on the servo horn right there, but it works all right. So that's got crazy power, plenty of power and all that. I'm running two 3S Power Hobby batteries in there. They're not in there right now, but that's what I've been running with that. I'm happy with those. And then I've got it on the FlySky GT5. So that's kind of the setup. The only other thing I have is I've got the M2C chassis. You can see right there. So been happy with that. I didn't actually bend the stock chassis, but I kind of thought I was going to, and I figured it'd be better to just upgrade it than to kind of bend it, break all your chassis braces, all that stuff. So just kind of for damage control, and figured I was gonna need it eventually anyway. So that's pretty much all I have on here right now. I really like this thing. It's got tons of power. I think it probably does at least 70 miles an hour with this. 16 tooth pinion gear. Really only gets to about 155, 160 degrees tops. So probably geared up to like 18 tooth, but for now I'm not going to. Just gonna leave it. I've been happy with that, with just how it's driving. So yeah, so I really like it. Recommend it. Yeah, since this is the V1, it doesn't have the aluminum bulkheads. It's got the plastic bulkheads, and there's some other stuff, like it has a single chassis brace and two like center chassis braces, and then it doesn't have the emulsion shock caps, but other than that, pretty similar. I'm planning on getting the upgraded aluminum bulkheads. Probably just gonna get some like Trio red ones. So yeah, those are the things I'm kind of planning on getting. As far as things I've broken, obviously, you can see I don't have the wing on there right now, so that was actually the first thing I broke. I was just kind of going full speed out in a dirt lot, just kind of riffing around, and I didn't see it, but it wasn't like a massive bump, but there was a pretty good sized bump. And it hit that going at least probably 60 miles an hour, maybe more. It only went about 3 or 4 feet in the air, but it probably went 20 feet horizontally, and just kind of rolled like sideways, end over end, for about 20, 30 feet, and it broke the wing off. So I mean, it didn't break easy, but yeah, broke that. And then the only other things I've broken is I have a video of this crash, but I hit a really big jump and did a backflip and landed on one just on this front left tire. So broke the lower arm, broke the shock stand off. So I ended up getting the kind of arm of the EXB, I don't know, the bigger shock standoffs. I probably should have just gotten the M2C ones. These were just at my local hobby store, Sky RC. Go check them out if you're ever down in southern Utah. But yeah, I ended up getting these. We'll see if they break, then I'll get the M2C ones. I only put this one on. The other ones are still stock because I'm like, well, if I break it, I'll put the other ones on. So I've got extras of those if I do break them, but we'll see how those hold up. So far, haven't broken them again. And then yeah, I broke the lower arm, and then I got a crack in the upper arm. So those are the only things I've broken. So I just went stock. So I just went stock armor ones back on there. And then the reason I'm kind of making this video is, unfortunately, I noticed I broke the upper arm again. And this is actually the exact same place that the last one broke. So I decided to get the RPM ones. I'm gonna put those on here, so I'll show these to you. I just decided to get the front, the right and left ones, just to have them. I think I'm gonna do the upper arms I'm going to leave the lower arms on there because those have been pretty strong. I mean, the only time I broke it was a really bad landing. So I'm going to put both upper arms on just because probably better of the same thing because the plastic's kind of more flexible for the RPM one. So I don't want it kind of flexing more on the left and the right. So I'm just going to put both upper ones on and then leave the lower one stock. And if I have problems with those, then maybe I'll switch them up to RPM. And then also, I've got this RPM upgrade wing mount. So yeah, so I guess start working on that. We'll do that. So if you guys don't know how to do it, it's pretty easy to get the upper arms off. You just gotta take your wheels off, obviously. And then there's a little pillow ball. I'll show it once I'm doing it, but you just take that off to get the kind of outside bit off. And then to get the inside part, there's this little screw right here. Screw that off. This pin slides out and then it comes out. So yeah, I'll get that out and then I'll show you how that works. Okay guys, I got the wheels off and all that. So this is the pillow ball I'm talking about. So you just gotta screw this guy out of there like this. It's pretty easy to screw out like that. And once you get this out, this will just slide out. And then there's, I don't know if you can see that, yeah, but there's a screw in there. So I think that's a 2.5 millimeter. So you just screw this all the way out and then this will come out. I guess I will say that when I was putting on the stock ones again after I broke it the first time, it was really hard to, this isn't the side that's broken, it's this side, but it was really hard to get to screw. I don't think it came threaded, so I kind of did like thread it like manually just by screwing it in. So we'll see if it's easier to thread in these RPM ones, because that was kind of annoying to do that, but yeah, it's pretty easy. It's just do the pillow ball, just make sure you keep it assembled like that. Can you see that? Yeah. There's a little plastic piece in the back and then this metal piece. So make sure you get that assembled. Just screw this out, screw that screw, pull the pin out, and then that's about it. Pretty easy, not too hard of an install. So I'll do that and get both of them assembled. Okay guys, so I've got everything out. I just thought, this wasn't the broken one, so I thought I'd just do a quick kind of side-by-side between the, here, I'll zoom this out. Let's see if this will work. There we go. So I do a quick side-by-side. It's the RPM one on the left, the stock one on the right. You can see it's a lot kind of, I'm not sure why they did it like this, but it doesn't go all the way through in the RPM one. There must be a reason for that, but it's a lot thicker, or at least it looks thicker kind of around the hinge pin, and then still a lot wider. So the stock one comes with like these little spacer clips to put it in there so it fits. It looks like this one's just gonna fit on here without any spacers, so that might be better. Guess time will tell. Yeah, definitely thicker where the pillow ball screws in on the RPM ones too. And I can tell you that the RPM ones feel like they kind of flex just a little bit more. These ones are really stiff, so hopefully that should help it absorb some stuff. And then also, just if anyone's trying to figure out how to do this, so the pillow ball just comes through this way like that, and then you screw that in. So it doesn't fit through this way, it comes through there, and you just assemble that back up. So also another thing I was going to talk about is I've had these little steering links come loose a lot, just here and there. So make sure you put Loctite in there because it's really annoying when those come loose. So yeah, well, there goes that. So yeah, I'll get both sides assembled, and then I think we'll be moving on to the wing mount. So yeah. Okay guys, so I got everything installed in here. Went in pretty easy. It's not too time consuming to do that, to put the upper arms on. The lower arms are a little bit more annoying because you got to take all the shock stuff out. You got to take the bumper out to get all that into that. But yeah, the upper arms are pretty easy to do. They look good in there. We'll see how they perform. Hopefully better than the stock ones. I mean, the stock ones aren't terrible, but definitely one of the weak spots because that's pretty much the only thing I'm broken on it. Yeah, so I talked about this earlier, so I'll bring it up again. The kind of in the ends where you screw the little pillow balls into right here, they might have been a little bit easier to screw into than replacing the stock arms, but they're still pretty hard to screw into. So I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but just if it's hard for you to screw them in when you're doing this, just know that. I think that's just kind of how it is. Yeah, and then 3 things if you're doing this, just to remember. So don't tighten your pillow, the little kind of red caps that go around the pillow balls, like on the end here. Don't over tighten those things, or your steering won't be smooth. It'll kind of like lock up. So if you're wondering why that's happening, that's probably why. Also, when you start screwing it in, make sure your drive shaft is actually in the drive cup. So if it's not, and you get it all screwed in, you're gonna be kind of annoying if you gotta take it out to put the drive shaft back in the drive cup. So remember to do that. And also, don't forget to put your spacers up there, because those are important. So make sure to put those spacers in there. And yeah, I mean, I think that's it for the arms. Pretty easy to do. I'll see how strong they are, but if they're strong, definitely worthwhile upgrade. So now we're gonna move on to the wing mount. So I'll open this up here and show you what's in this guy. So it looks like it comes with some instructions. Look over those. Should be pretty easy to do, but we'll see. So we get back in there. So we get some screws, probably longer screws to drill into the bulkhead. So I think this has a little brace for the for under it. Yep, so it's the little skid plate brace. So that's probably drilled into the bulkhead. And then I guess these are the side braces and all that. So I think you still have your wing. I still have the wing because the wing didn't broke. It's just the wing mount. So you gotta do this and then put the wing mount in. So I'll go through this. Don't think it should be too hard. If there's anything that if I can just show you guys, I'll do that. So yep. All right, guys. So I got the wing in. A little bit harder than I thought it was gonna be, but not too bad. Just make sure to just pay attention to where you're pulling stuff out of. It's pretty much just take the stuff from stock and replace it. You just want the kind of smaller metal piece right there on left side and the bigger on the right side. Make sure the RPM logos are facing up. You see there, so make sure those are facing up to make sure it fits the right way. And then yeah, so this looks like a pretty good design. Got a bit of flex to it, but still pretty solid. So basically how it works is just replace these stock 2 pieces, a lot thicker, a lot taller in there. And then you have a skid plate under there, which is good, obviously, to stop scratching your chassis, but also that skid plate mounts up to the wing. So you're mounted from the skid plate up to the wing, and then also here, where stock, you're just mounted here. So it should be a lot stronger, and then yeah, you just use your wing, stock wing that comes with it. This is the part I broke right here, so this just split on me there. So yeah, not too bad. Just make sure to do all that stuff. So yep, I think that's gonna wrap this video up. We got the arms in there, upper arms, and then the wing mount, and then yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next one. All right, so if you're still watching this, then I assume you're kind of been watching the channel a lot, so I thought I'd give you a quick update on the X-Max build video. So I was hoping to have this video out and kind of finish this up sooner, but it's not quite done yet. So I've got everything in there. I got the motor, the Max 5 in there, looking nice. All the drive cups and the hinge pins, all that stuff. Got this massive gears. You can see how big those are, so much bigger than stock. I got all the steering components in, but unfortunately, so we decided to go with these EC5s. So I get these soldered on. Yeah, so our solder gun that we have is kind of like a smaller one, so it can't really get this heated up right. And I mean, I'm not really an expert, so I think we're gonna have one of our friends come. He has a good solder gun, so he's gonna come help us with that. And then we also got these Power Hobby 9,000 milliamp 100C 4S batteries. So these are like the carbon fiber ones. They're expensive, but they should be really nice, really powerful. So put EC5s on there too. They mount in there really well. So yeah, just thought I'd give you guys a quick update. So anyway, yep, thanks for watching.